Mr. Speaker, and thank you, Mr. Chairman. No one has ever had a better partner on a piece of legislation than I've had. Congressman Connolly is, in fact, I guess the best way is, like anyone else who came to a realization of something, he came to it with a great deal of zeal. This partnership, which began before the passage in 2014, to modernize a 1996 initiative that had fallen short, has been his passion and mine. Normally, when you're chairman, people talk about what divides the committee, but nothing united us more than recognizing that over $80 billion was being spent, and much of it needlessly. We don't achieve what we want to achieve because there's never enough, and part of it is how we procure. Prior to the passage of this legislation, it certainly was possible to have major pieces of procurement have somebody in charge who could not, in fact, change or drop the bill, the expenditure, who could not simply say this isn't working. On top of that, often the people who did have the authority lacked the expertise. This has been true in all sorts of areas, and there is much more work to be done. Unlike Klinger-Cohen, which went on for 18 years before being updated, we are just 3 years past the implementation of this bill, and with Congressman Connolly's effort, we're coming back and making real changes, ones that can continue the process and speed it up. Obviously, there are some areas like the IT dashboard and others that simply need to be continued to be renewed, and this bill does it. When I first talked to Mr. Connolly, he was the best known for being absolutely wanting to consolidate processing centers, consolidate these server farms that had proliferated. The number he had at the time turned out to be, although exorbitant, less than a quarter of the number we eventually found. So there's more work to be done. Procurement has to be done smart and often consolidated. With the help of my colleague and Senator Warner, the passage of the Data Act allowed us to find with greater detail redundancy of expenditure. And so as we reauthorize FITARA, we also have the information to consolidate purchasing across vast number of agencies, eliminate redundancy, and in fact, buy better. More needs to be done. As Mr. Connolly said so accurately, more money is spent on legacy systems than is spent on new systems that will actually save money and provide better services both to government workers and to the public. So as we reauthorize this bill, I look forward to the oversight that the Oversight Committee has done and been able to do, and I look forward to continuing to work with my partner from Virginia, Mr. Connolly. I thank all of you. I urge passage of the bill, and I yield back.
Gentleman yields back.